Waycross coverage of the 2018 Southwest Ohio Swim Classic, made possible by the Cincinnati Auto Expo, swimmeet.com, Mason Swimming Boosters, and the Seven Hills School.
Welcome to day one, final Southwest Ohio Swim Classic at Keating Auditorium on the campus of St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. On a cold winter night, it's plenty warm in here. We have the finals of day one's competition, and Coach Mike Leonard along with Benson Sperling and Meredith Griffin. But Coach Benson, 3,041 swimmers at prelims at 10 prelim sites, and the top 16 come tonight.
A new record, all-time record. I remember when it was 1,800, then 2,200, 2,300. I cannot believe there are 3,000. Largest meet in the world.
Largest high school meet, that is.
I think it's the largest meet in the world. Where else are you going to see 3,000 kids?
I don't know. Logistically, it's amazing that they pull that off. 10 prelim sites. It's hard enough to get one pool ready for a prelim site, let alone 10.
It is truly a work of art. The administration for this meet is unbelievable.
And it's all done by volunteers. No one's making money on this.
That's right.
Complete volunteer
That's
effort.
Right.
We're at Keating Auditorium. I call it the Wrigley Field of swimming, as it is old school. It's going to be loud tonight. It's going to be exciting. There's a great atmosphere here. And the kids these athletes that you'll be watching tonight perform, they're coming off a heavy training load of just coming back from Christmas break.
That's right, Mike. Holiday training is typically the most difficult training that they're going to do all season. So they're coming off of doubles, and a lot of emotion goes into this meet. The kids actually swim really well, even though they're tired.
Yes, and now the meet director, Tom Schoborg, is addressing the meet. He's on the bottom of the pool.
As meet director of this meet, I would like to thank everyone today for your patience in dealing with our little weather issue that popped up last night and into this morning.
Here's Tom.
I know we had to make some changes at our prelim sites, time-wise, and everybody worked very, very well to get that taken care of. So on behalf of all site managers and myself, thank you so very much for your patience and all your efforts to make the prelims come off this morning like nothing had ever happened to cause a problem. So thank you so very much. Everybody give yourselves a big hand.
And that is the meet director, Tom Schoborg, and he's referring to the winter weather that we had last night. Greater Cincinnati experience. The hype, I think, outlived the actual performance in the fact that we were talking all these inches of snow, and I think we got, maybe 1 to 3.
Mike, I think it hit at a good time.
It did.
And had it been going right now, this meet would have been in trouble.
Yes, if it had happened this morning or tonight, we would have been in trouble. So we will honor America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave
Okay.
Emma Moody, freshman and king.
All right, well, we're ready to go. First event of the night, event 103, girls 400 medley relay. Swimming in lane 1 will be Bishop Fenwick. Lane 2, Lakota West. Lane 3, Archbishop Alter. Lane 4, Springboro. Lane 5, Seven Hills. Lane 6, Turpin. Lane 7, Walnut Hills. And lane 8, Seton.
Mike, this is an event that is not offered by the high school format. It's a collegiate event, so this gives our athletes a chance to swim 100 yards of each stroke. They'll start off with 100 back, then 100 breast, fly and free, and they're off to a quick start.
All right, I see. Well,
looks like Springboro. Maggie Clough is out first, taking the early lead, followed closely by Emma Schubert from Seven Hills.
So that's Emma Schubert from Seven Hills, followed by Maggie Clough of Springboro. Well, actually, Maggie's in the lead and Schubert's second.
Okay, Abby Lockhart from Springboro will be doing the breaststroke leg, and Dottie Callard from Seven Hills also doing the breaststroke leg. They go into the water. In third place right now, that's Fenwick, Bishop Fenwick. Still holding the lead, Springboro, Abby Lockhart. And she has a commanding lead. This morning, Springboro went 4:06.69. And so often is the case, they come here in the evening and they go much, much faster. They get excited, the lights, the cameras. And a commanding lead. Nikki Lambert will be going third with the fly leg for Springboro, and Lucy Callard will be the flyer for Seven Hills. Now in lane 3, Alter has come up, and that'll be Audrey Sinron will be the flyer. And a commanding lead from Springboro, Nikki Lambert. Springboro holding commanding lead. Seven Hills still in second.
So it's still a battle
Now
for...
coming up in lane 7, Walnut. That's Emma Reed, the flyer there from Walnut Hills, who's now taken the third slot. Yeah, our anchor for Springboro is Hannah Hill. She'll be doing the freestyle leg. You see Nikki coming in there. We'll see the exchange. And very clean, very safe start right there. Seven Hills still holding on to second. Springboro's going to win this consolation heat. Hannah Hill right there coming off. A good rhythm. Nice even kick. And she's so far ahead we don't even see the other. There comes Seven Hills right there. And it's going to be a victory in the consolation heat by Springboro with a time of 3:58.69. So they dropped 8 seconds from this morning. And that's a huge drop, 2 seconds per athlete. Finishing second, Seven Hills. And Walnut Hills hangs on for third. And now we'll be going to the championship final heat. In lane 1, it'll be Beaver Creek. Lane 2, Kings Mills. Lane 3, Mason. Lane 4, St. Ursula Academy. Lane 5, Centerville. Lane 6, Ursuline Academy. Lane 7, Marymount High School. And lane 8, Dayton Oakwood. So we're set for a championship final. This morning's top qualifier, St. Ursula Academy, went 3:56.43. We just watched Springboro go 3:08. Had they done that this morning, they would have been fourth going in and made the finals. That's why it's so important to really get it going in the morning so that you get a chance to swim in the big heat. I'm joined now with Meredith, who is our interviewer today, and she's here for a moment as Mike stepped away for a moment.
Good evening.
The meet record in this event is held by Ursuline Academy with a 3:51.11. We had a very good start up in lane 7. That was Cora Dupree from Marymount. Very good sprint freestyler and backstroker. In lane 5, Nicola Lane from Centerville is in second. You've got a good swim going on out of Kings Mill in lane 2. Brianna Wolf. Cora Dupree up in lane 7 is holding the lead. Kate Overby will be the breaststroker for Marymount. Lane 5, Lauren Lampy, a junior from Centerville. Here comes Cora. She's out in 54.8, and that's a very, very good lead-off leg there. Very exciting first leg for Marymount.
Want to keep an eye on Hannah Foster in lane 2.
Marymount's athletes are suited. They're wearing their tech suits. Meredith, your thoughts on athletes wearing tech suits in in-season meets like this?
I think this might be an exception to the
Might
rule.
be an exception.
This is the
Marymount
highest.
still holding the lead. Kate Overby. Centerville's right there with Lauren Lampy. It's going to be tight. Brooke Wallert will be our flyer for Marymount. Pruitt Walter will be Centerville's flyer. And they're still right there, 1-2. You can see them at the bottom of your screen right there. Good solid turn by Brooke. Nice fly kick by Brooke coming off that wall.
Got a field of very strong butterflyers here. Look for this field to close.
This is going to come down to the freestyler. The freestyler for Marymount is Lainey Newman. And Centerville, that's Liz Coring. And they're going to be battling for the title. Brooke holding on, slight advantage. Looks like Centerville's Pruitt got a little bit of an edge off that wall. It's going to come down to the freestylers.
Mason and St. Ursula making a move here.
And they go in the water at the same time. There's only 0.3 of a second separating them. Centerville with a slight edge, but Lainey Newman had a very good pickup, and she took a slight lead off that start.
Uh-oh.
And they are looking eye to eye. You can see the athletes are going to be able to see each other as they're coming home. Marymount's right there. Marymount's a Division II school. We got a little over a 10th difference with the 50 to go. Head to head. It's a very exciting way to start our meet. Laney got to the wall first there. Now Centerville coming back. And it looks like it's going to be very close. And it's Centerville with a time of 3:51:35. Marymount gets seconds with a time of 3:51:37. So 2 100ths are the difference. And third, that was Mason High School. Climbed up at the end there to get third place. 3:53:83. Meredith, what a great way to start the meet. 2 100ths separating our first and second place team.
Can't get much closer than that.
Here's the finish, and it'll be almost too hard to see. A little bit of a glide there by Laney at the touch, and Centerville got their hand in a little bit quicker, not as much glide, and got the victory.
I think that was a classic example of fingertips to the wall.
Well, and where you hit the water before you touch the wall is so vital. If you hit too early, you glide in, and it's we saw Michael Phelps defeat someone who was a half a body length ahead by doing that.
Absolutely.
When he won his 8 medals, 8 gold medals. It never would have happened had he not had a finish like that. What a great race. Okay, now we have our boys heat. We've got Dayton Carroll in lane 1, Marymount High School in lane 2, Hamilton Baden in lane 3, Springboro in lane 4, Centerville in lane 5, Cincinnati, Wyoming in lane 6, Sycamore in lane 7, and Turpin High School in lane 8. Consolation, Mike, we had a great first championship final there.
I saw that.
2 100ths difference between first and second.
Mason and Centerville. Centerville
Centerville
winning.
and Marymount.
Oh, Marymount, wow.
Centerville and Marymount.
I saw the M on the cap as I was coming up from the downstairs, taking care of an issue.
And Centerville's out with the early lead, 54-7. That's Ben Pickrell, a freshman, who got them out in front. Lane 7, we've got Luke Tenbarge. Senior from Sycamore is very close. And up in lane 1, Connor Blatt is coming up strong right now. And he's pulled into second. Centerville still holding a slight lead. Seabass Villa, the breaststroker. It looks like Dayton Carroll now has taken a slight lead. Very tight race. Lane 2, it's Marymount High School. That's Ian Mike Sells, has really surged up. And looks like he's right there for second for Marymount, going into the water. Now he's still third, and Centerville's in second. Very tight race there. Phil Forbes in lane 2 for Marymount. And now Wyoming coming up. Holden Jarrell. Dayton Carroll in third. Springboro in first now. And Springboro's having a great leg out of Michael Sander. Okay, our anchor for Springville is Josh Hagan. And there he goes. Josh is a sophomore. Centerville second. And now up in lane 7, Eric Menschenhofer. Menschhofer is a freshman. And Springborough's holding up. It looks like he's got too big of a lead to give it up. Lane 7, that's Sycamore. Looks like they've taken over second. going to be a battle for second. Here comes Centerville. Springborough's battling to hold on. And he does. Springboro with a time of 3:38:39. 3:38:39 gets the victory. Sycamore gets second. 3:38:67. And Central finishing third. 3:38:75. Very tight race there. 1, 2, 3. Now, Mike, we have the championship finals coming up.
All right, swimming in lane 1, Muller. Lane 2, Mason. Lane 3, Seven Hills. Lane 4, St. Xavier. Lane 5, Beaver Creek. Lane 6, Milford. Lane 7, Walnut Hills. Lane 8, Kings.
And you got some athletes out there trying to figure out where the cap fell off. They're a little bit too far away.
There
it's right
it
in
is.
the middle of the pool. He's going to come back this way. He's going to figure it out. I can see there got Henry Thoman. Looks like trying to help him out.
He just went right by it.
Now he's turn to your left, young man, and it's right behind you. There it is. Now he's got it. Okay. And the crowd goes crazy, Mike. They found the cap. All right. So
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I have never, not here I haven't seen. I've seen it at meets. But
I have not seen it where kids can't find it.
Yeah. It's almost like he
Almost
swam
like
by it on
yeah,
purpose.
Right.
It's pretty fun. I'm sure he did not.
I know.
That was fun, though. Simple things entertain a crowd. Henry Thoman was directing. Henry Thoman is the father of Nick Thoman, who in 2012 won a gold and silver for the United States in the London Olympics. And it's good to see Henry still volunteering long after his swimmers have finished their careers, as have many of these officials. Most of them, I would say, are no longer have swimmers involved, and they still are volunteering. It's quite a testament for their commitment to the sport. And now we have St. Xavier out very quickly. That's Justin Grinder, who really exploded at this meet last year and has continued just to surge. He is a very, very powerful backstroker and has a commanding lead. Right there you see he has good position with his elbows. He's 90 degrees underwater, a little bit shaky on that breakout. He got submerged a little bit and caught his arm there, but doesn't seem to be making much of a difference. He's got about a 4 body length lead. Now that was a much cleaner breakout by Justin. And he's got good hand placement, his head staying solid. And he goes out and 48.8. And that is a remarkable time for this point in the season. And he gave way to Scott Sobolinski, a sophomore, swimming breaststroke there. And the only way they're going to get caught is if they not win this race if someone breaks. So they're commanding lead there. Up in lane 7, that's Walnut Hills, Dan Cashel, breaststroker. Milford's Tyler Babinick, he's an outstanding breaststroke. So 2 outstanding breaststrokers in 6 and 7 battling, but there you see St. Xavier with a commanding lead. Nicholas Pereira, very good IMer. Swimming the fly leg. Still a good battle between lanes 6 and 7. Milford and Walnut Hills. Milford had a very strong swim this morning. I was at that site. Xavier with a commanding 6 body length lead. And now here comes, looks like Beaver Creek challenging. Seven Hills is coming up strong. That was Lonnie Chin. Swimming the fly leg for Seven Hills. Xavier is going to be safe on their start right there, very safe. There's the only way that they could have lost this race was to have an early start. Our anchor leg is Ansel Foss. Meet record set last year, 3:21.79. And it looks like it's got a shot at falling again, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Got to get home. He did get it. 3/10. 3,100. 3,300. And I tell you what, that's two exciting first opening bell races. Very tight race with our girls, and then a new meet record for the boys, St. Xavier. Second place was Seven Hills, a Division II school, so that's quite an accomplishment there. And also Beaver Creek finished third.
So that brings us to our first individual event of the evening. That's event 105, girls 200-yard freestyle. Swimming heat 1, Eliana Wright, Tip City Bethel. Lane 2, Caitlin Basic, Beaver Creek. Lane 3, Hannah Check, Lakota East. Lane 4, Meredith Wolf of Mason. Lane 5, Grace Luby of Lakota West. Lane 6, Emma Swab, Brookville. Lane 7, Lauren Fries, Mason. And lane 8, Emma Fortman of Madera.
And we're off. And so, Mike, this is a high school contested event. The 200 free is an event they see at every dual meet.
That's something unique to the Classic, as you well know, is the fact that they do swim all the events, college events you'll see in the college schedule that normally the high school swimmers don't see. They don't see the 400 IM. They don't see 200 breast, 200 fly, 200 back. They don't see 4 medley relays. This gives this meet a unique angle to give the kids a chance to swim on the longer distance events.
Right, and the mile. I mean, you know, it's a great showcase, and I know that the college coaches look at this meet because it definitely is something that is one of a kind. It's unique. And we have a very tight field. They are swimming right together. This morning, their times were only separated by 1.4 seconds across the board.
Emma Swab, swimming in lane 6, has the lead of 57.02.
It looks like a slight lead in lane 1. And that's
Ileana Wright.
Elena Wright.
Ileana Wright.
Tap City Bethel. Now lane 4 coming on. Meredith Wolf has taken the lead with a 50 to go. And you can see she has picked up her kick right there. And she's coming into the wall right there. Good, solid tumble. Leads off the wall. And she's going to hold on for the victory. And she pulls away. Lane 2 coming up strong though. Let's see. Yeah, lane 2 surged at the very end.
Caitlin Basic of Beaver Creek.
Beaver Creek, a sophomore. Meredith Wolf gets second. Now we have our championship final.
Swimming in lane 1, Brenna Wolf of Kings. Lane 2, Megan Glass of Ursuline. Lane 3, Aubrey Whitaker, Mason. Lane 4, Ashley Volkerding of St. Ursula. Lane 5, McCleary Moran, Dayton Chaminade Julienne. Lane 6, Liz Corin of Centerville. Lane 7, Gail Workman Turpin. Lane 8, Sam Auditor, Dayton Oakwood. So we will await the start of this. So 200 freestyle, 8 lengths of the pool. And we'll wait the start of this race.
Very close, tight first 50. Lanes 2 through 5. Glass, Whitaker, Volkering, and Moran. Ashley Volkering is taking a slight lead. And now she's starting to pull away. Ashley with a full body length surged on that second 50, out in 54 flat. This morning she won 54.7. She's going to be well under that.
So everyone understands there were 10 prelim sites this morning, and all these kids swam these events this morning, and what you're watching at night are the top 16 in each event.
And it's very common to see all 8 of the swimmers go faster at night. Ashley's out at 123.1 at 150, commanding lead.
It's a vast geographic region this meet covers, so swimmers can be all over the place. They have to drive a good ways to their prelim site.
And here comes Megan Glass, who's really surging, but it's not going to be enough. And Volkering wins with a 52.80. Heat record held again, the oldest record in the books, 148.64. Buffy Krieger, 1985. Now we have the boys.
And swimming in Heat 1, Alan Flower of Centerville. Lane 2, Dawson Warner, Miamisburg. Lane 3, Michael Griffith of Troy. Lane 4, R.J. Myers of St. X. Lane 5, Colin Beach, Centerville. Lane 7, Luke Paxton, freshman, Hamilton Baton. Lane 7, Griffin Manning, Lakota West. And lane 8, Will Taylor of Indian Hill.
Right away, J.R. Meyer, St. Xavier has taken an early lead.
RJ.
Michael Griffith, RJ. Yeah, RJ, I'm sorry. Michael Griffith is a sophomore from Troy in second, right on his hip. Colin Beach, Centerville. Lane 5. Right there you see the 3 boys. Good underwater shot. St. Xavier still holding the lead. RJ, it's a good race for second. Now in Centerville, that's Alan Flower in lane 1 has come up for second place. He's trying to run him down. It's going to be close. It's a good battle for second. I believe RJ is going to hold on there with a time of 1:44.92. Colin gets second, 1:46.16, and now we come to our finals. final heat, championship heat.
Swimming in lane 1, Daniel Stroh of St. X. Lane 2, Dan Cashel of Walnut Hills. Lane 3, Nicholas Shepakaitis. Lane 4, Sam Fallon. Lane 5, Jean-Pierre Kuzam. Lane 6, Grady Wheeler. Lane 7, Chet Dobson. Lane 8, Ethan Devyak of Mason. That's a good swim for RJ. Good swim for RJ Myers, swimming for St. X.
Very tight field, lanes 2, 3, and 4 right together. Lane 1 as well. Stroh, Cashel, Shepakaitis, and Fallon. Up in lane 7, that's Chet Dobson, who's also right there with them. And Chet looks like he has taken it out a little bit quicker. He really worked that second 50. He's now got the lead, 25-6 on that split by Chet Dobson. Dobson is holding on, trying to steal the championship final right here. And I think Sam Fallon just saw him. And it may be if Chet can hold on. Well, he's still got a little bit of a lead there. And I think Chet's going to hold it. He's got a good rhythm going. He'll be able to see him on the way home. And here they come, though. Now they closed him on that relay, on that turn. And it's going to come down to the middle of the pool, okay? Sam Fallon, looks like he's holding it. Oh, and he gets touched out. Jean-Pierre gets the victory. 141-47. Fallon finishes second, 41-5. And Dobson stays in the third slot at 141.93. Very tight race.
All right. Now we go to the 100 IM, a junior varsity event. Swimming in lane 1, Rachel Heiss of Turpin. Lane 2, Carolyn Rupp, Turpin. Lane 3, Avani Dekmu, Mason. Lane 4, Kara Benbow, Morrow, Little Miami. Lane 5, Ashley Shailene of Mason. Lane 6, Ashton Gluck, Beaver Creek. Lane 7, Simone King, Tippecanoe. Lane 8, Jenna Daria of Mercy.
Now, Mike, this is one event where you will not see it at the college level or the high school level. It's a JV event. But it is starting to get some play at the international level and maybe even at the collegiate level. They might swim the 100 IM. So it's a potential event in the next few years.
It's coming on.
Yes, it is. And speaking of coming on, in lane 3, Havana Deshamuk is leading up in lane 3. And I apologize if I mispronounce any of these names. I'm sure I will butcher several of them. It's a pretty tight heat right there. The breaststrokers caught up a little bit. And now they're coming home for the sprint freestyle here. It's a good race between 3 and 5. And lane 5 gets up for the victory. That's Aston Gluck from Beaver Creek, a freshman. The time of 1:05.26. And now to the championship heat.
Swimming in lane 1, Claire Harrison, Seven Hills. Lane 2, Gwen Thomas, Kenton Ridge. Lane 3, Megan Grill, Ursuline Academy. Lane 4, Kara Goodall, Walnut Hills. Lane 5, Abby Burton, Vandalia Butler. Lane 6, Anna Tiernan, Cincinnati Seton. Lane 7, Callie Johnson, Cincinnati St. Ursula Academy. And lane 8, Ruchi Kudalkar, Mason.
Oh, that was well done. Kudalkar.
Kudalkar. I think I got it.
I think you did. Kira Goodall had the best morning swim with a 1:05.34. And the field is set. Abby Burton in lane 5, out very quickly. Looks like she holds a slight lead. Let's see if anyone does a crossover backstroke turn here. And all touch and goes. It's a little more of an advanced skill, so you don't see that very much in a JV event. Very tight race between Kira and Abby in lanes 4 and 5 there. And in lane 3, that's Megan Grill coming up. Touch together, still 4 and 5. It's going to come down to the finish. Looks like in lane 5, Abby pulling away a little bit. She's going to get the victory. 1:04.33. Kira gets second, 1:04.85. All right, and now we go to the boys, 100 IM.
Replay.
Here we can see the finish. Very nice finish. Abby did a good job of timing her wall, and she media excitement and a nice congratulatory handshake there.
That makes them the congratulatoriate.
Yes, that's funny.
All right, swimming in boys, lane 1, Drew Morstadt, St. X. Lane 2, Kanal Kellner, St. X. Lane 3, Robert Call Me Bobby Profiter, St. X. Lane 4, Jamie Donovan, St. X. Lane 5, Seth Butler, Little Miami. Lane 6, Cameron Egglesletter, St. X. Lane 7, Ryan Hunt, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. And lane 8, Kevin LaGrange, Oak Hills.
And Bobby is out pretty quick there. I called him Bobby.
He's called by Robert his entire life, and this year he's asked me to call him Bobby.
Is that right?
Bob or Bobby.
Well, Bobby is hanging right there.
And he's a great kid with a great sense of humor, so he definitely will appreciate this.
Lane 5, Seth Butler has taken the lead. Here comes Bobby. We'll see if Bobby can get up there. It looks like Seth, though. Seth gets the win, 56-64. Bobby gets second, 57-69.
And Jamie gets third. Jamie Donovan, St. X, sophomore. Anyway, Heat 2, Keith Enrico, Lakota East. Lane 2, Tristan Menninger, St. Xavier. Lane 4, Kent Perry, St. X. Lane 4, Justin Parrott, Clayton Northmont. Lane 5, Cameron Jones, St. X. Lane 6, Christian Wall, St. X. Lane 7, Eric Gunther, St. X. Lane 8, Alex Gow, Mason. Oh, looks like we have someone for one of our interviews. That's great. Coming up. But we'll wait till the 4 IM and have the interview.
That's a good idea.
When do we need to kill some time?
That's correct. Justin Parrott, lane 4 out first. Very tight, lane 3. Kent Perry right there. Justin had a very good back breakout. Took a commanding lead off that wall. And we'll see who's got the breaststroke leg here. Breaststrokers giving chase. Justin holding on. Up in lane 1, Keith Arinko. Justin holding on. Looks like he's going to win. Lane 2 or lane 1 could get second. Yes. So 55-28. Lane 2, that was Kent Arinko. 55-88 for second. And it looks like we're going to go to an interview.
Oh. Yep, here we go.
We're here with Abby Burton. She's the winner of the 100 IM here at the High School Classic. Abby's from Butler High School. Abby, you had tremendous underwaters during that race. I think that really made the difference. What do you do to work on that?
Every day in practice, our coach just always has us do like unders at the beginning and practice unders. And every time we do starts and anything off the block and off the wall, I just always really maximize my unders, and because I know that's a really crucial part of the race. So.
Well, great job. And this was an early meet win for Butler. What does that mean for you and your teammates?
It means a lot for us. I think it like sets the mood for the rest of us, and so that we can like keep going out there and giving it our all. And I do it for the team and my coaches and everybody watching. So.
Well, congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right. In the water, the girls 400 IM. And swimming in lane 1, Emily Carlin of Kings Mills. Lane 2, Leah Luckett, Kings Mills. Lane 3, Pruitt Walter, Centerville. Lane 4, Haley Trotter, Coleraine. Lane 5, Tara Witkowski, Lakota East. Lane 6, Reese Lugbill, Mason. Lane 7, Brooke Woolard, Marymount. Lane 8, Maggie Clough of Springboro. Lane 8, Maggie Clough has the early lead. You could have the potential to see several lead changes in this event. Wouldn't you agree, Coach Benson? This is not
most
a
often
typical event.
You see the flyback kids are out quickly, and oftentimes they don't have the breaststroke leg. So, but every now and then you've got one that has it all. In this particular case, you'll see the field probably come back a little bit, I'm guessing, but we're going to find out based on their seeds this morning. And she is really, really doing a great job. Maggie has taken a commanding. She's got about a 3 body length lead right there at the bottom of your screen. You can see her there in lane 8. Leah Luckett in lane 2 from Kings is in second. So we'll know shortly. It'll only take about a 25 before we know if there's a breaststroker that's going to be able to challenge her. I'm going to predict the breaststrokers are in the middle of the pool. All touch and goes right there. If you watch the NCAAs 2 or 3 years ago, you would see every athlete doing a back to breast crossover in the 200s, and you didn't see it so much in the 400s. And now if you watch, they all do it in the 400 as well. At that level, it's that much faster of a turn. And if you can master it, it's probably the hardest skill in my opinion to master. You can see the breaststrokers are coming up now, as we predicted. Lane 2 still hanging in there. That's Leah Luckett and Maggie with a slight edge, but here they come. The back half, so critical in the 400. Maggie's doing a good job. She's right there.
Reese Lugbill, Leah Luckett, Haley Trotter all coming up.
Haley Trotter looks very strong right now. In lane 6, Reese, you're right. She's they've gone past Maggie, but she had to swim it that way. That's her strength. And now Reese has taken a slight lead, I believe. It's going to come down to the freestyle leg. Now, oftentimes, the athlete that's not a great breaststroker has the fly back and free, because those complement each other pretty well with the way their legs are made and how they kick. And it looks like a battle now between lane 2, Leah Luckett. Haley Trotter trying to get up there as well to battle. It's going to be tight. It's going to be the last 50. Reese holding a slight edge.
Leah Luckett, Reese Lugsville.
Come down to this turn. They were right together. A little bit better breakout in lane 2. She had a little more momentum right there. Leah Luckett. And she can see across the way there. They can actually view each other. Oh, great finish in lane 6. Put her head down. Reese decided she was not going to be denied. She gets the victory for the console heat, 4:32.70. Leah Luckett gets second, 4:32.78. 8 100ths, and it came on the finish. She went from being slightly behind to getting the touch out.
And that leads us to our Heat 2 of this event, 400 IM, and that is lane 1, Nicola Lane, Centerville. Lane 2, Katie Lair, Alter. Lane 3, Leanna Wall, Mason. Lane 4, Hannah Foster, a senior from St. Ursula. Lane 5, Allison Blabaum, Mason, a senior. Lane 6, Lucy Callard, a senior from Seven Hills. Lane 7, Isa All, Dayton Oakwood. And lane 8, Kate Overby, a junior from Marymount. 4 pretty accomplished seniors swimming this event.
Very good field for this event. Jenny Forster holds the record at 4:15.71, set back in 2004. Okay, we're going to go to an interview.
We're here with Jean-Pierre Kazam. He's the winner of the 200 freestyle from St. Xavier High School. Only a sophomore. That was a terribly tight race. How did you pull that out in the end?
In prelims, I kind of took it out easy and then brought it back, so I thought it would work tonight. And, I try to, train that in practice, so, that's what I did.
So confidence coming home. Now, you're only a sophomore. That's tremendous confidence. What does that mean for you and for your team to have that early meet win?
I just really think it's good for the whole team. It's not, all about me. Anyone in that race could have won that.
Now, Grant House owned that event for several years. You got a year with him last year. Did you pick up anything from Grant that helped bring the victory to you tonight?
Grant was really my role model freshman year, and I still talk to him. He gives me a lot of tips about my races and everything. So, yeah, Grant's a really good friend and old teammate.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, jump here. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
And we're back. And lane 5 currently leading, Allison Blowbaum, followed by Hannah Forster. Up in lane 2, Kate Lair of Alter. In lane 1 now, Nicola Lane from Centerville. We saw her earlier. And the middle of the pool isn't aware of it, but the lanes 1 and 2 have surged ahead. There's a back to breast crossover turn in lane 5. Very impressive by Allison Blowbaum. I always like to see that in a 400 IM. Still holding up is our early leaders in lanes 1 and 2. Blowbaum is in third. Kate Lear still in first. Kate still in a commanding lead. And you can see right there, Kate, our top 3 swimmers right now are all suited. 3 through 7 are not suited, or 4 through 7. And what I mean by that is they're wearing a tech suit, which makes a big difference for the girls. Mike, while we had a chance to have Meredith in the booth talking, I asked her opinion on that. She said this meet might be the one exception she would allow that.
I think a couple kids are wearing them tonight because they're excited.
Yes.
But they're old ones, they're not new ones.
Right,
that's for sure.
and that's they play a lot of games with their tech suits.
Yes, they do.
That's the new thing. Kate Lear's running away with it. She's
3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. 3:55 with a 50 to go. Isa All in lane 7 has come up.
The question is, why are the tech suits different than regular suits?
Well, there are several factors. Several factors. We'll go into that on the next heat of the IM for the boys. Kate Lear gets the victory with a time of 4:26.42. And wow, Kate Oberbay comes up strong at the end with a time of 4:29.76. Finishing third, Allison Blowbaum. 4:30.05. And now to the boys.
Swimming in lane 1, Ian Leaninger, Beaver Creek. Lane 2, Jason Allen, Beaver Creek. Lane 3, Ben Enderly, St. Bernard, Roger Bacon. Lane 4, Nicholas Pfeiffer, St. X. Lane 5, Cole Huggard, Bellbrook. Lane 6, Nate Holte, Beaver Creek. Lane 7, Ben Pickrell, Centerville. And lane 8, Zach Feldmeyer, Centerville.
Okay, let's get into it. Tech suits.
Missing kids tonight. And that is a shame.
And we are missing a swimmer.
Missing 2 swimmers.
Two
We're missing
swimmers. Wow.
Nicholas Pfeiffer, that must be an illness, and Cole Huggard from Bellbrook.
That's very uncommon for this meet to have an athlete must be ill. So
and
we were talking tech suits just a moment ago.
There are no alternates because this is a time final event. So the top 16 seeds swim at night. So
right.
there were no There were no alternates unless you knew ahead of time. Then you could have told the next two people, "Hey, don't swim in the morning.
That's exactly
come at
right.
night." But that's why there are no alternates for this event.
And also, those swimmers that swam this morning, if their times are faster, they'll move into the placing category. So
They just won't get to swim at night.
they just don't swim at night. It goes by seating. So we were talking earlier, Mike, about tech suits and what's the difference. There's several differences. Years ago, when they allowed full body suits, when they first came out, it was a combination of the material and compression. The compression allowed the athlete to have their muscles be held together and pressed, especially their thighs and hamstrings and quads. That allowed them to be a little more resilient at the end of their race. They had a little more, if you will, a little more ability to fight off fatigue. Now, what is truly remarkable is that they made suits that weren't penetrate. The water would not penetrate them, so they almost floated. And actually, some of them did float. Well, now the water has to penetrate. The suit can't float. So, but they found a way to make the material such that it still provides compression. So when the compression and they're still somehow getting them to be as resilient, even with the way the suit can be penetrated by water, it can still provide a slicker surface than the skin. And so for the girls who wear a much larger suit, because it covers 3/4 of their body, it's a huge advantage. On the guys' side, the suits can only go to just above the knee, and they do provide an advantage, but not the way the girls do. And then, of course, there's shaving the body, which provides a great feel. It's not so much the hair, but the sensation and the feel, the tactile sensation, provides a great opportunity for them to feel the water better. And so that's it in a nutshell. Anything you'd like to add?
I think you hit it.
Okay, so there you have it. Now, I will say this, Mike, one last parting comment on suits. I believe our sport, and they're looking into this, should mandate that for sure 10 and unders not wear them, and 12 and unders, in my opinion, probably should not wear them either. And the reason being, they're very expensive, and it makes the sport difficult to participate in. So you can swim at that age, and it's not as helpful for those smaller bodies to wear them. All right, so we've got in lane 6 right now. That's Nate Halty. In lane 7, we've got Ben Prickrell from Centerville. So Beaver Creek and Centerville, a couple of Dayton fellows battling.
I would agree with that assessment, too. And I would
10
support
and unders,
that.
11, 12's not
I would
wearing
say
them.
12 and under.
You think it should be 12 and under? I agree. I would, if I were king, it would be it would be no suits for 12 and unders. Well, no tech suits. All right,
Tech
lane
suits.
6 still holding the lead. Nate Halty. Lane 2's coming up strong. Jason Allen from Beaver Creek. We've got 3 Beaver Creek swimmers in here. Also, Ian Langener. And Nate holds on for the victory at 4:12.89. Ben gets second with a 4:13.03. 4:13.03. Very good race. Both boys under their seed time, so that's a good swim.
So swimming in lane 1, Tinder Sear, Seven Hills. Lane 2, Sam McCarthy, Centerville. Lane 3, Ian Van Gorp, St. X. Lane 4, Owen Conley, Waynesville. Lane 5, Nicholas Pereira, St. X. Lane 6, Ansel Froas, St. X. Lane 7, Dawson Lutz, Beaver Creek. And lane 8, Eric Menchhofer, freshman from Sycamore.
Eric Knowles holds the record at 3:52.72, set just last year. Mike, as we mentioned earlier, this is a non-high school event. It's a collegiate event. Now, Mike, the strategy on this race is one where they need to make sure they conserve some energy building the first 100, not over muscle it. They don't want to be too much up in the bit. They've got to let it flow a bit.
Easy speed at the beginning.
That's right.
Easy speed the first 50s, and then try to have a faster second 50.
And Ian and Owen, Nicholas Pereira, they're all good IMers, and they're all right there together. See a good alignment off the wall. Right now, in the early part of the races, it doesn't, it doesn't look like it makes a big difference, but how clean they are on their breakouts is huge. If they get a little bit stuck underwater and catch their arm a bit right there, it can tire them for the end of the race. So they've got to make sure that they're clean on their breakouts. Most coaches like to see the second 50 of each stroke after the fly be slightly faster than the first 50. And that's so that they come off the wall, get their feel for the stroke, and then they accelerate. And by the second 50, they're really accelerating through, and they have a faster split on the second 50 of the 100 back than they do on the first, and so forth with the breast and the free. Harder in the breaststroke to do that for a non-breaststroker especially. And out to a commanding lead, Owen Connolly, a sophomore, Waynesville. And he's looking very, very good. His seed time of 3:51.7 under our record here. And we'll see if he's able to duplicate that. That's more than likely a shaved and tapered time from somewhere. 34.7 on that split, first split of the breaststroke. Nicholas trying to come up on him here. You see there in lane 5. Owen holding a commanding lead. .301. He would have to come back in 50 point. That's not going to happen, but it's still going to be under. Still going to go under 4 minutes, which is a great swim for right now here at this high school classic. Nicholas still holding second. Good battle for third. Ian Van Gorp. Coming up. Ian trying to get up for second. Owen wins with a 3:55.4. Came home in 55 on that last split. Nicholas gets second, 4:00.61. Ian gets third, 4:00.85. Good race. These guys all know each other pretty well. You can see as they congratulate each other.
And we go to the 50 freestyle for the girls. Swimming in Heat 1, Lane 1, Shelby Ewing, Walnut Hills. Lane 2, Corinne Baber, Kings Mills. Lane 3, Lauren Olson, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 4, Tiana Ankrum, Mason. Lane 5, Kiara Ankrum, freshman Mason. Must be twins. Lane 6, Macy Arn. Lane 7, Jess Crowder. Lane 8, Annie Richters.
I think that's a safe bet that they're twins. So we definitely shift gears from the 400 IM to the all-out sprint 50 freestyle mic. And out first, that was Kiera. Got her feet to the wall. It's going to come down to the finish. And Kiera wins with a 24:52. Anna gets second. So they go 1-2. The two freshmen from Mason, 24:81.
The two twins, 1-2.
Yep.
Must be a fun dinner conversation.
Yeah.
Bragging rights. Winner gets to eat first.
I guess so.
Heat 2, Lane 1, Lucy Morris, New Madison Tri-Village. Lane 2, Harna Minazawa, Mason. Lane 3, Hannah Hill, Springboro. Lane 4, Cora Dupree, Marymount. Lane 5, Amy Fulmer, Bell Fountain. Lane 6, Alexis Cook, Tippecanoe. Lane 7, Mackenzie Grau, Mason. Lane 8, Lauren Thomas, Mason.
Ashley Vobeheim holds the record at 23:18, 2015. And Cora Dupree out very quickly. Also in lane 2, Hannah, I'm not going to pronounce the last name, but Hannah is in second place, lane 2. Cora Dupree pulling away. She's going to get the victory. Will she go under 24? She goes 22:91. That's quite good. And that is a new classic record. 23:18 was the record, and she, you can see it's flashing there, signifying breaking the record. I know she was not suited this morning, and so she's wearing a suit tonight. So some people could surmise that the suit, it was worth 1.1 second. Although, if you take into consideration the facility, I would say it would be slightly less than that. So probably 0.8 of a second differential there with the suit and the excitement and all of those kinds of things. But a very, very good swim by Cora.
Boys 50 free, lane 1, Lonnie Chien, Mason. Lane 2, Chase Vanselberg, Sydney. Lane 3, Tyler Babinek, Milford. Lane 4, Owen Taylor, St. X. Lane 5, Aaron Sequira, Walnut Hills. Lane 6, Jorge Zelina, Dayton Chaminade Julienne. Lane 7, Brian Robertson, St. X. And lane 8, Justin Davidson.
Very tight on the turn. Everybody was right together. It's going to come down to the touch. And in lane 6, that's George Zelina out of Dayton Chaminade Julienne. His time, 22:07. That's a great swim. Finishing second. Interesting.
Heat 2, lane 1, Chase Fisher. Lane 2, Nicholas Vincent, you know this name?
Shepakaitis.
Lane 3, Adam Cheney. Lane 4, Justin Grender. Lane 5, Joseph Pullman. Lane 6, Alex Wade. Lane 7, Greg Kalin. Lane 8, Cole Condon.
And this, Justin Grinder this morning went under his record from last year. And we'll see if he can duplicate that tonight. 20.57 last year. He is suited, so we'll see. He may be able to go get it. Going to be challenged by Joseph Pullman, also suited. So several of these fellow. I only see 2 wearing briefs, so that's Grinder got the head start right there, had a nice entry. Pullman right with them. Grinder did a better job of staying under the weight. Pullman's on his hip. It's going to be Grinder. Got the record, 20.44.
Justin Grinder.
Grinder, and then Pullman was 20.68. And now we're going to an interview.
Archbishop Alter High School and the winner of the 400 IM. Kate, this is not an event that you usually get to do in high school. Is this one of your favorite events?
Yeah, I normally swim it in club all the time, so yeah, it's one of my favorites.
You led from start to finish. What's your strategy when you swim the 400 IM?
I really just negative split them all, like all of the 100s, and just go hard the whole time.
Fantastic. How exciting is it to get a win for your high school as a sophomore?
Oh, it was so exciting. I didn't believe it at first.
Well, congratulations and good luck with the rest of your meet.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay, girls 100 butterfly, heat 1. Angelica Georgia-Stasis, Mason. Lane 2, Stephanie Shanley. Lane 3, Emma Reed, Walnut Hills. Lane 4, Margaret Burning, Kettering Fairmont. Lane 5, Mia Thatcher of Mason. Lane 6, Emily Sullivan, Dayton Carroll. Lane 7, Sarah Grace Smith, Walnut Hills. Lane 8, Meredith Richters, Miami East.
And lane 4 out very quick. Margaret Burning, Kettering Fairmont, running away with it. Time of 56.68. Wow, that would have been the top seed this morning, Mike. Yeah, I would say that we went from being unsuited to suited.
Probably.
Emily Sullivan finished the second with 57.60. So I'm seeing that more and more. It's not suiting in the morning, suiting at night here.
Yeah, they get excited. They want to swim fast.
Yep.
And so they pull out the old suit at night.
That's right.
All right, swimming in lane 1, Kiera Ankrum of Mason. Lane 2, Peyton Farrell, Beaver Creek. Lane 3, Megan Glass, Ursuline. Lane 4, Harna Minazawa, Mason. Lane 5, Meredith Mollering, St. Ursula. Lane 7, Ashley Volkerding, St. Ursula. Lane 8, Ileana Wright, Tip City Bethel. Lane 9, Shannon Jelly, Kings Mills.
Megan Glass is our 2017 state champion in lane 3. Madeline Schaefer holds the record from 2016. Good clean entry by Megan. Hannah and Megan right there. Megan pulled off that wall and really accelerated. Megan Glass out to a commanding lead, 26-27. She looks great. It's a tight battle for second all the way across the line. But Megan Glass, a little bit of a jam on that wall, but still powerful enough to get off of it clean. she's going to win the race. It's up for second. Lane 2, Peyton Farrell coming up strong. And Megan wins with a 56.04. And up in lane 8, that was Shannon Jelly, Kings Mill. Peyton Farrell gets third, 57.20. So our winner from the first heat would have been in the top 3 had she done that this morning.
So that brings us to the boys. Heat 1, lane 1, Scott Shepard of Mason. Lane 2, Noah Young, Kings Mills. Lane 3, Adam Cheney, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 4, Nicholas Pfeiffer, St. X. Lane 5, Jean-Paul Kuzam, St. X. We saw him earlier tonight. Lane 6, Luke Paxton, Hamilton Baden. Lane 7, J.C. Prug, Moeller. Lane 8, Jonah Karshnick, Williamsburg.
Lane 3 out to the early lead, Adam Cheney, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 2, Noah Young, right there with him. Adam touches first. Noah had a great breakout off that wall. Good underwater. Lanes 2 through now lane 8. Jonah Karshnick. Lane 2, Noah.
Jonah Karshnick.
Pulling away. Noah Young's going to get the victory. 51-31. Jonah K gets second. 51-72. Our early leader, Adam Cheney, finishes third. 52-99. To the championship heat.
Heat 2, lane 1, Nathan Buzzy, St. X. Lane 2, Ian Van Gorp, St. X. Lane 3, Joseph Pullman, Beaver Creek. Lane 5, Jean-Pierre Kuzam, St. X. Lane 5, Connor Black, Dayton Carroll. Lane 6, Kevin Liebold, Archbishop Alter. Lane 7, Michael Sander, Springboro. Lane 8, Lonnie Chin, Mason.
Cody Bybee holds the record, 48-55, set last year. Whole slew of records were set last year. We've had a few so far this evening. Joseph Pullman had a great entry. Very good underwater. Very tight in lanes 3, 4, and 5. Jean-Pierre, St. Xavier, our top seed, taking a slight lead. Pullman off that wall. You saw in lane 3 right there, kicked on his side. He came up with the lead. Dead heat. Coming into that coming off that third wall. Jean-Pierre, slight advantage. Pullman right by him. Jean-Pierre, 49.95, gets under. Pullman gets second, 50.19. Very good race. Connor Black gets third with a time of 50.86. Great swimming.
We'll see a replay on this coming up, the finish.
One, two, right there's 3.
Okay, girls 100 backstroke. Heat 1, lane 1, Chloe Dunseith. Lane 2, Corinne Baber. Lane 3, Haley Trotter. Lane 4, Maddie Hensler. Lane 5, Maggie Clough. Lane 6, Pruitt Walter. Lane 7, Madeline Kenyon. And lane 8, Caitlin Basic.
Another high school event, 100 back. Lane 5, Maggie Clough. Springboro out early, lead, 27.85. Commanding lead. And she is suited. She ran away with it. Look at that dominating performance there. 57.01. This morning she went 59.60. So she's very pleased with that result. Finishing second, Madeline Kenyon from Dayton Oakwood.
And third,
59.59.
Third, Haley Trotter. Heat 2, lane 1, Lauren Olson, Bishop Fenwick. Lane 2, Emma Schubert, Seven Hills. Lane 3, Brenna Wolf, Kings Mills. Lane 4, Amy Fulmer, Bell Fountain. Lane 5, Nicola Lane, Centerville. Lane 6, Lauren Thomas, Mason. Lane 7, Meredith Wolf, Mason. And lane 8, Peyton Farrell, Beaver Creek.
Okay, championship final. Emma Schubert had a very good start in lane 2, has a slide lead. Lane 4, Amy Fulmer right there. In lane 4, you can see her. Gets out first, 26.9. Good extension. Really like how she's lifting her shoulder and rib cage. And she has pulled away at the 75. That's a little high. And they're charging for the finish. Looks like Amy Fulmer. 55.97. Nicola Lane gets second from Centerville with a 56.29. Brianna Wolf, Kings Mill, gets third with a time of 56.63. And now we're off to the boys.
Lane 1, Brandon Day of Loveland. Lane 2, David Johnson, freshman, Cincinnati St. Xavier. Lane 3, Sam Leatherwood, Milford High School. Lane 4, J.C. Prug, Archbishop Moeller. Lane 5, Michael Lorenz, Lakota West. Lane 6, Zach Feldmeyer, Centerville. Lane 7, Owen Pelzer, Oak Hills. And lane 8, Jorge Zelina, Dayton Chaminade Julienne.
Oh, we had a false start in lane 1. I'm sure they will call that. It was evident. Brandon Day had a twitch, started to go, held it, but unfortunate. Well, Brandon's out very quickly in lane 1. He may get away with the false start, but we'll see. Lane 5. Michael Lorenz out of Lakota West. Very tight race. Lane 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, lane 3, Sam Leatherwood. He'll come down to the finish. Here comes lane 6. Zach Fildemeyer. It looks like lane 3. No, lane 6. Fildemeyer with a time of 54.5. Yeah, okay, so here you see he started to make a move there, and that's that right there at the top of the screen. Now the officials sometimes miss it, so you never know if it was cut. No, they did catch it, so yeah, he knew it, I'm sure, once he did it.
So the swimmers had to be absolutely set and no movement until
Correct.
the start of the race. So
Right.
even though he didn't go into the water or come off the block with his hands, letting go of the bar, there was still that movement before the start of the race, and that's what
He made a surge with his head and his shoulders, and then came back. But
that will be the infraction that is called.
That's the infraction, correct.
Heat 2, lane 1, Ian Leininger, Beaver Creek. Lane 2, Jonathan Bernard, St. X. Lane 3, Greg Kalin, Seven Hills. Lane 4, Justin Grender, St. X. Lane 5, Connor Blatt, Dayton Carroll. Lane 6, Kevin Liebold, Archbishop Alter. Lane 7, Aaron Sequira, Walnut Hills. And lane 8, Will Osterman, St. X.
Well, earlier we saw Justin go, 48.8, and we'll see if that occurs again. If he can, Henrik Pullman holds the record, it says here, at 48.42. So I'd say that record's in jeopardy.
The record is a 48.42. And Justin Grender is swimming very, very strong these days.
48.8 on the relay. We'll see what he can do now. He's a good 2 seconds ahead of his competitors going into the race. Pretty good start. Greg Kalin is very good underwater. You saw him come up right with him. Grender has a very powerful explosion into his turn. Great core strength. Kalin right there, but now Grender's starting to pull ahead. You can see right there, out in 23.7. Gonna have to bring it home really well. 25 flat will. Gonna have to come back in 24.8 to get the 24.7 to get the record. Maybe just a touch off of that, but he's going to be close. Just missed it, but it was very, very close. 3/10 off the record. 48.71. Greg Kalin with his great underwaters gets second with 50.39. Connor Blatt, 51.56, gets third.
Girls 500 freestyle, heat 1. Lane 1, Molly Arneson, Springboro. Lane 2, Kirsten Cassidy, Waynesville. Lane 3, Sam Auditor, Dayton Oakwood. Lane 4, Leanna Wall, Mason. Lane 5, McCleary Moran, Dayton Chaminade Julienne. Lane 6, Allison Capostasi, Turpin. Lane 7, Grace Hastings, Anderson. And lane 8, Michaela Elliott, Cincinnati, Wyoming.
Mike, this is the longest race in the regular high school format. 500 freestyle. Tomorrow we'll see the 1650, which is considered the mile, even though it's not quite a mile, but That's what the athletes and everyone call that event. And they're off. They're going to build their rhythm into this race. Try to get into a good rhythm and tempo. And I think we may be able to go to an interview for part of this race. McCleary Moran is out first. 27.5. There is a very tight heat between lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. See now then Moran has taken a little bit of a lead there. About a half a body. Okay, and now we're ready for our interview.
That's from Ursuline Academy. She's a junior and she's the winner of the 100 butterfly. Megan, a 56 flat. What kind of time is that for you?
That's a good time. It's kind of similar to what I went here last year. And it's kind of where I wanted to be right now at this point in the season before sectionals.
Tell me a little bit about that third wall.
I don't know what happened, but I know that when I touched the wall, I was nose to nose with it. So that's definitely something that I need to work on, but I'm happy that I took it out fast enough that it didn't affect my race.
How did you respond on that last 25? Because you came home and won rather convincingly.
I really wanted to make up for the wall because it slowed me down a lot, so I kicked hard underwater and just came up and popped up and went for it. So.
Great, and finally, how excited are your teammates at Ursuline about this meet this weekend?
They're so excited. This is our favorite meet of the whole season, and it really brings us closer as a team, so I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait to see how we do today and tomorrow, and then how it carries us through the rest of the season.
Well, you've given them quite a boost here tonight. Congratulations, and good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Good job, Megan. Megan's a very talented young lady. Outstanding flyer. And as we resume the race, we're about halfway through, a little over halfway, and nothing has changed. Our leader is still McCleary, followed closely by Lena Wall and Samantha. And now up in lane 7, Grace Hastings has come up. She's from Anderson, a sophomore, and really working the back half to pull ahead. You can see her right there. And she is pulling a lot of water. She not have a very fast tempo, but her distance per stroke, very good. And she looks very powerful. She is running away from the field. Our early leaders are still battling for second. And Grace is doing a nice job. Grace has about a 3.5, 4 body length lead now. As she pulls away from the field. It's a good battle for second between Allison Capasti and McCleary Moran. Okay, so now we're to lap 19. The athletes will see the all red, which means they're on their last lap. Grace is going to win this heat. It's going to be a very good time. Remember, this is a time final event, so she could move up into the top 8 with this swim. 5:04.62. And I'd say there's a good chance that she will do so. Very happy with that win. Leanna Wall gets second, 5:07.55. And now we're to the championship final. Time final, Heat.
Heat 2, lane 1, Meredith Mollering, St. Ursula. Lane 2, Shannon Jelly, Kings Mills. Lane 3, Margaret Burning, Kettering Fairmont. Lane 4, Allison Blabaum, Mason. Lane 5, Lucy Callard, Seven Hills. Lane 6, Grace Luby, Lakota West. Lane 7, Liz Corin, Centerville. And lane 8, Gail Workman, Turpin.
Okay, the final heat of the 500 free is set. And we're going to head to an interview and then return to the race, and we'll keep an eye on it.
Amy Fulmer is a junior at Bell Fountain. She is the winner of the 100 backstroke. What kind of a time is a 55.9 for you?
That's my best time ever, actually, and it's my personal best. And I'm super happy with it, and I couldn't have been more happy with how I swam today.
So if you went that fast mid-season, tell us about your goals for the rest of high school.
My goals for the rest of high school, especially in like the 100 backstroke, is to get the girls' record faster than the boys' record, which is one of my previous coaches' records, and it's like a 55.4. So my goal is to be lower than that by the end of my high school years.
So that'll be pretty special. Also special, you are the first champion here at the Classic for Bell Fountain. Talk about that.
Oh, I'm super happy with being the first ever champion for Bell Fountain here. I'm actually the first ever champion from our entire county. And so I'm just really excited, and I'm happy to have done this for my school.
Well, you have a lot to be proud of. Congratulations, and good luck the rest of the meet.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay, now we resume, and we have a tight race between Jelly, Burning, and Blowbomb. They're right there. Callard in fourth. And real tight between lanes 3 and 4. Shannon that'd be Margaret Burning and Allison Blowbaum. Lane 2, Shannon Jelly right there as well. So it's very tight, 1, 2, and 3. See Lucy Callard right there in 4. In the 4th place, trying to come back on them here in the back half. This is going to be a great race. Margaret Burning holding slight edge. Callard's a good back half swimmer. and forth. She's trying to get it right up there with them. Lane 3, that's Margaret Burning, still holding the lead. Shin and Jelly in second. Blowbaum in third, followed by Callard. .150 to go. All right, now here comes Callard, where she's starting to hit her stride. Margaret Burning still holding the lead. Callard's in range. Shannon Jelly right there on her hip as well. 100 to go. And Lucy closes very, very well, so we'll see if she can run her down. She can see her, so she's got a chance. Now, Margaret can see Lucy as well, so it's a good battle. And the bell lap, it's going to come down to that. It's a good race. Lucy's going to have a shot. She always closes. Margaret and Lucy, it's going to come down to the touch. Looks like Margaret's going to hold on. Callard's going to get second. 456, 456, 456.6, 456.9. Jelly gets third with 500. Blowbaum is 503.96. Faded a little bit at the end there. So very good. All those athletes are pretty tired from their holiday training, so some very good swims there. Great race.
Boys, 500 free, swimming heat 1, lane 1, Yoon Tanaka, Turpin, lane 2, Will Taylor, Indian Hill, lane 3, Michael Griffith, Troy, lane 4, RJ Myers, we saw him earlier tonight in the 200 free, St. X, lane 5, Jonah Karshnick, Williamsburg, lane 6, Ricky Dungan, Wilmington, lane 7, Brayton Osborne, Mason, lane 8, Joe Dutton, Troy. Like I said earlier, Coach Benson, it is cold outside, but it's plenty warm in here.
It is, and when they open that door right over there, it feels great. So you can prop that thing open as much as you like.
It might be a cold January night, but it's plenty warm inside Keating Natatorium.
No doubt about it.
By the way, for young Lucy, that was her 18th birthday swim today.
Is that right? Happy birthday, Lucy Callard, 18 years old today.
Lane, that would be Joe. Oh, I don't know what that would be. Joe Dutton is not swimming. I'll go research this and come back.
Interesting. All right, Mike's going to go check that out, and we're ready for an interview.
Ashley Volkerding is a senior at St. Ursula Academy. She's the winner of the 200 freestyle. You really dominated this race. You led the whole way. Tell us about your strategy in the 200 free.
You know, my strategy is to just get it out as hard as I can, and then usually I dive pretty hard, but as long as you get out, it's just to see how far you can go. You gotta risk it. So.
Great job. Now you've got a little bit of time in the high school season left. What are your goals coming home here?
Make it to state is obviously the ultimate goal, and to get my team there and as many teammates as I can, and just to have fun while doing it. So
this is your senior year, your last year of high school swimming. You're headed off to Alabama next year. Why did you choose Alabama?
When I visited there, I really loved the team, and their team atmosphere is really amazing, and they really push each other to do their best, and it was just a really great atmosphere that I wanted to be a part of. So
well, congratulations on your decision, congratulations on your win tonight, and Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
SEC football, you can't beat it.
Congratulations. Oh.
Okay, now we resume the heats. We've got a tight race between lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's Will Taylor, Michael Griffin in lane 3. R.J. Meyer, we saw him earlier tonight. And then Joanna Karshnick. Well, we have a guest announcer. Terry, how you doing?
I'm good, Benson. How are you?
And right now, Jonah in lane 5, holding the lead. Michael Griffin second. Now in lane 6, Ricky Dugan from Wilmington coming up strong. Lane 2, Will Taylor hanging right there. Indian Hill. Just over halfway of the race. And it looks like we're going to catch another quick interview.
Owen Conley is a sophomore at Waynesville. He's the champion in the 400 IM tonight. 400 IM is one of your favorite events, not something you usually get to do with your high school teammates. Talk about that.
It's really cool because my high school teammates normally don't get to see me swim my best event and my favorite event, so it's fun for them to get to see what it's like to be a USA swimmer and not just a high school swimmer.
Well, you dominated that race. You led the entire way. You're only a sophomore. What's your strategy in a race like that against some pretty big guys?
I try to just stay with them on the first butterfly leg, and backstroke's my best, so I just try to take off on backstroke. And breaststroke is probably my weakest, so I try to hold on in breast, but sometimes I fall off a little bit. And then freestyle, I'm usually able to come back really strong and sometimes even out-touch people or win the race from the freestyle leg because of my distance swimming background and things like that.
Well, that's a great win for Waynesville. Great win as a sophomore. A lot of good things to come for you.
Thank you.
Swim. And here we come to the bell. Here we come to the bell lap.
So the reason why the swimmer in lane 8 was removed was because he swam this morning and through a bunch of several clerical errors. He was listed in the heat sheet tonight.
I see.
But they determined that he had already
captured that.
He already swam this morning, and this is a time final event where you can only swim it once.
Well, that makes sense.
Kind of a weird thing occurred.
And our winner of the console or the first heat,
R.J. Myers, double winner of the consolation heats. And he's excited.
This is a time final heat, so he could very well move in the top 8. Finishing second in the heat was Michael Griffin from Troy. He went 4:49.21, and now we have the final heat, this time final event.
Swimming in lane 1, Kellen Roddy, St. X. Lane 2, Cameron Rutz, Kings Mills. Lane 3, Chet Dobson. Saw him have a strong 200 free earlier tonight. Chet's a senior from Madera. Lane 4, Grady Wheeler Jr., stay next. Lane 5, Sam Fallon, stay next. Lane 6, Dawson Lutz, Beaver Creek. Lane 7, Eric Menchoff for the talented freshman from Sycamore. And lane 8, Brandon Day of Loveland.
Okay, the meet record for 26.75 held by Grant House. So in 2016, didn't swim this event, I don't believe, last year. And they're off. Looks like Chet Dawson doing just what he did in the 200, taking it out fast. And we're ready for another interview.
High school now with his second victory at the Classic, winning the 100 butterfly. Jean-Pierre, incredible underwaters, really made the difference. Talk about that.
Really in practice, that's my biggest focus when I practice fly. I try to go as many kicks as I can. I just try to hold them as well as I can. It's not really about like the speed, it's just like holding.
Great job. Now you were pretty fired up at the end of that race. Yeah. What was that about?
It's just like 100 fly is really my event, and it's good to like win that. And you know, the team, all the support from the team is just really nice.
Well, you're making a lot of a difference for St. Xavier tonight. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. And we can see Chet still holding the lead there. Followed closely by Grady Wheeler and Sam Fallon from St. X. Ted Dobson's from Madera. Okay, Chet still holding the lead, followed closely by Wheeler and Grady Wheeler and Sam Fallon. Good race. All right, just finished the halfway mark. A three-man race. Sam Fallon has really started to accelerate. Grady's right on his shoulder. Chet right there as well. It's a good race. They're about 4 body lengths ahead of the field. Now, Sam is moving a little to his, well, and now he's circling a little bit. Now that he's gained an advantage, he should move to the opposite side of the lane. And Grady should move right over on his hip. There, Sam is circling big time. He needs to go straight up and down the lane and move away from Grady. Grady will just ride on him, try to run him down at the end. Chet used a lot of energy to get out in front early, and he's faded a little bit, but he's still holding on to third. Grady's right there on his hip, and strategically, you can see right there, he's over by the lane line. He's dragging on him a little bit. just like drafting in a race car. Now Grady should move as he gets, if he tries to go by him, he needs to move to the other side and clear water. But Sam's got a little bit more strength right now. He's holding on. Here comes Grady, trying to pick up his tempo. He's competing. Going to come down to the last lap. Sam had a little bit of advantage off that wall. Here comes Grady. And come down to the finish. Looks like Sam's going to hold him off. Sam Fallon gets the win with a 4:39.45. Grady Wheeler second, 4:39.89, and Chet holds on to second, to third at a 4:42.66. So very good race. All three boys, good swims right now. And now we will be moving to a junior varsity event.
Swimming in heat 1, lane 1, Anna Geyser, St. Ursula. Lane 2, On Nguyen, Macaulay. Lane 3, Abby Burton, Vandalia Butler. Lane 4, Shayla Smith, Dayton Stivers. Lane 5, Morgan Hoffman, St. Ursula. Lane 6, Reese Rapin, Mason. Lane 7, Ashley Shainley, Mason. And lane 8, Kate Marks, Summit Country Day.
A very tight field. Lane 3 looks to have the early edge. Abby Burton, Adelia Butler, a junior. Got a slight lead. Here comes lane 2, On Nugent, Collie High School. But lane 3.
On Nguyen.
Lane 3 gets the victory. Abby Burton with a time of 33.92.
No, lane 7.
Oh, I missed that.
Yes.
That would be
Ashley Shainley.
Yes, from Mason, a freshman. 33.65 came up at the very end to get the victory.
Heat 2, lane 1, Michaela McQuibus, Princeton. Lane 2, Emma Lane, Centerville. Lane 3, Rachel Heist, Turpin. Lane 4, Sydney Baker, Vandalia Butler. Lane 5, Kristen Hammond, St. Ursula. Lane 6, Finn Roberts, Clayton Northmont. Lane 7, Allison Koenig, Macaulay. Lane 8, Grace Rosenbaum, McNicholas.
To an interview right after this race. Lane 4, Cindy Baker, our top seed from the morning, holding on. And Sydney Baker gets the victory, 32.08. Christina Hammond gets second, 32.37. And it's time for an interview.
Margaret Burning from Fairmount. She's a senior and the winner of the 500 freestyle. That was an exciting race. Came down to the wire. You were getting chased. How'd you pull that out at the end?
I just really wanted to win something different. I'm kind of new to the 500, so I wanted to do something different.
Wow, that's a great start if you're new to the 500. You're the only swimmer from Fairmont here. Is that a little bit strange?
Not really. I hang out with my club team, so like I don't really feel alone or anything. They all cheer me on. We're kind of just one big team, so it's nice.
One big swimming family. Yeah. And you're headed to OU next year to swim. Talk about that.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited to swim under Rachel Baugh. She's an Olympian and coached Kelsey Worrell, so it's really exciting for me. I'm excited to go.
Well, great job tonight. Great swim. We look forward to the rest of the meet.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay. Boys 50 breast. Lane 1, Matthew Coulson, Seven Hills. Lane 2, Connell Kellner, St. X. Lane 3, Eduardo Mendellini, Walnut Hills. Lane 4, Christian Wall, St. X. Lane 5, Evan Schlosser, Anderson. Lane 8, Sean Hergenrother, St. X. Lane 7, Christopher Maring, Seven Hills. Lane 8, Andrew Liu, St. X.
And out very quick is lane 5, Evan Schlosser. Evan, a senior from Anderson. And he's running away with it. Wow, what a powerful young man. And look at that. 28-24. That's barely off the record. The record's held by
Paran Kansakar.
Yes, from last year.
Yes. Mason, I believe. Heat 2,
right.
Lane 1, Ethan Cunningham. Lane 2, Aki Lee. Lane 3, Harrison Wright. Lane 4, Kent Perry. Lane 5, Justin Parrott. Lane 6, Kevin LaGrange. Lane 7, Jack Putnick. Lane 8, Seth Butler.
Tight, very tight race, 3, 4, and 5. Harrison, Kent, and Justin. Too close to call. Looks like lane 3. And lane 3 gets the victory. Harrison Wright. 28-20. At the same time as the fellow that won the console heat. Finishing second, Justin Parrott, 28-34, so very tight race there, Mike.
Tight finish.
Yes, good thing for touchpads. You can tell who wins that way.
Be hard for a finish judge to call that one.
It would be, it would be.
Girls 200 breaststroke, Heat 1, Esme Wright. Lane 1, Walnut Hills. Lane 2, Zoe Barclay, Centerville. Lane 3, Lauren Lampy, Centerville. Lane 4, Addie Engel, Springfield Catholic Central. Lane 5, Aaliyah Zimmerman, Centerville. Lane 6, Meredith Richters, Miami East. Lane 7, Kylie Decker, Ursuline Academy. And lane 8, Tiana Ankrum, Mason.
Nicholas Perez, a senior at St. Xavier High School. He's the winner of the 500 freestyle out of the morning session. We didn't get to see that race. Tell us a little bit about your 500 this morning.
So the 500 this morning was at the end of the session. So I swam the 2 free relay, got out, did a little bit of warm down, and then it was pretty much, since I was going for the win tonight, I had my paces, I knew what I wanted to hold. My coaches knew what I wanted to hold. So I just took it out, stayed strong the entire time, and they let me know that I was on track.
fantastic discipline and splitting this morning. 4:31, that's a great time. How is that for you?
It feels really good just knowing we just came out of winter training and not really rested, not suited up. So nice to know how the training's been paying off, and hopefully we'll have a big drop at the end of the year.
It's a tradition for the St. Xavier's seniors to lead the way once again. Great experience this year. How do you feel like the team is doing so far?
The team's doing really well. We did lose a lot of, I would say, like, big name seniors, like people that people knew, people talked about. But despite that loss, the team's been doing great. They know that that's not an issue for them. We can put in the work and we can do just as well and even better than we did last year.
Well, you're off to a great start. Congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Okay, and we return with a 50 to go. Lanes 3 and 4 battling. Lauren Lampe out of Centerville. Addie Engel, Springfield Catholic Central. Very tight race. Very good pull out there by Lauren to close the gap. It's going to come down to the finish. Neck and neck. And very close. 20 hundredths of, let's see. Addie Engel wins with a 2:25.22. Lauren's 2:25.42. So great race. And here's the instant replay. And from that angle, it's very hard to tell.
That one, I finished judge, I believe, could have told.
Yes.
The one before that, no way. That one, maybe. A good one with good eyes. Okay, swimming a girls 200 breaststroke, heat 2. Lane 1, Nami Edge, Beaver Creek. Lane 2, Ashley Lugbill, Mason. Lane 3, Kate Lair, Archbishop Alter. Lane 4, Hannah Foster, St. Ursula. Lane 5, Reese Lugbill, Mason. Lane 6, Claudia Butterfield, Ursuline Academy. Lane 7, Kate Overby, Marymount High School. Lane 8, Issa All, Dayton Oakwood.
And they're off, and we're going to go to another interview.
Senior at Butler. This is the second victory for Butler tonight. She won the 50 breaststroke. Quite a run for Butler girls tonight.
It has been. I'm so happy with how we performed tonight. I'm really proud of my teammate Abby Burton as well. You know, she's worked really hard. You know, getting to where we are today. Our coaches have they're phenomenal.
How pleased are your coaches with your performance?
They're ecstatic. I think they're just as excited as I am. I've been working for this for quite a few years, and you know, this being the last opportunity for me to swim this event, it's amazing.
Well, great job tonight. Good luck with the rest of your meet.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Well, that's one excited young lady. You can see the enthusiasm. Well, how about that? And here we come in on the 100. We've got a good race. Lane 6, Claudia Butterfield, Ursuline Academy, out to a strong lead, out in 107.6. That's a great first split. Come back in a 10, she would challenge Rachel Gussen's record from 1993. She's holding on. She went out fast. She's trying to hold her lead. Lane 7 coming up strong. Kate Overbay, and we saw her come storming home in a race earlier tonight. She's definitely a back half type swimmer. It's trying to run her down. That's a great race at the bottom of the screen right there. You can see them coming into the last wall. Claudia fighting back. Here comes Kate. Looks like Kate's going to get the victory. Coming from behind, 2:20.72. Claudia gets second, 2:21.13.
7-second drop for Kate Overby from this morning.
It's a great swim. Those are two very good swims, and amazing to me that the 2:17 Rachel put up in 95 just continues to hang in there.
Boys 200 breaststroke, swimming in lane 1, Dan Cashel, senior from Walnut Hills. Lane 2, Vinnie Wolfram, Springboro. Lane 3, George Eng, Seven Hills. Lane 4, Michael Sander, Springboro. Lane 5, Nathan Wall, St. X. Lane 6, Seabass Villa, Centerville. Lane 7, Adam Sherman, Hamilton Baden. Lane 8, Griffin Manning, Lakota West.
All right. Very good start in lane 3, George Eng. And in lane 5, Nathan Wall. Also Michael Sanders in lane 4 right there. Vinnie Wolfram, lane 2. You can see him right there. And then underwater shot. This is a very tight heat up in lane 7 and 8. Swimming very well. That's Adam Sherman, Hamilton Baden, Griffin Manning, Dakota West. Very tight. 5 guys straight across there. 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. And lane 5, Nathan Wall gained an advantage on that pullout. St. Xavier, just a freshman. Third 50, time to make their move. Wall holding on. Looking strong. Michael Sanderson in second. Springboro. Nathan Wall still holding the lead in lane 5. Right there you can see him coming into the turn. Good press, nice kick and pull. Good extension. He's going to win the heat. Looks like Sanderson's going to get second. It's a battle for third. Nathan Wall wins the console heat with a time of 2:09.37. Michael Sanderson 2:10.36. At the top, Dan Ketchel in lane 1 gets up for third with a 2:10.81. Very good swims for the championship final.
Heat 2 coming up next. Lane 1, Calvin Wise, Springfield Greenan. Lane 2, Alex Wade, St. X. Lane 3, Ansel Froas, St. X. Lane 5, Scott Sobolewski, St. Xavier. Lane 5, Tinder Sear, Seven Hills. Lane 6, Jonathan Bernard, St. X. Lane 7, Tyler Babinek, Milford High School. And lane 8, Sam McCarthy, Centerville.
championship final heat. Out in the early lead, Scott Scholblinski. Out in 27-3. Scott has taken a commanding lead. Very nice pull out right there. Angel Flores in second. Up in lane 7, that's Tyler Babinek. Very strong breaststroker from Milford High School. And you can see Scott right there underwater. And out with a time of 57.68. If he can bring it home, he can challenge Grant House's record of 2:00.86 and come back in a 2 high to get it. Be a heck of a second half. And he's got about a 3.5 body length lead. We'll see where he is right here. He's got a good shot at it. He's at 29.1. He's got to come back in 31.7, 31.8. In that area, if he can come back in 31, he's got a shot, breaking the record. Tyler Babinek is swimming a great race up in lane 7. You can see him right there coming off the wall. So let's see if Scott has a shot at breaking this record here. Going to be just a little off. And 2:01.93, just an outstanding swim there.
Scott
Tyler Babinek gets second with a 2:04.13, another tremendous swim. So very good swimming right there in that 200. And now we come to a sprint event. I believe we're going to do a quick. Mid-race, we're going to go to an interview here.
Harrison Wright's a senior at Mason High School. He's the winner of the 50 breaststroke. 50 breaststroke, not an event you usually get to swim in high school. How's that for you?
I love being able to swim it. There's only like a couple of meets where you're able to swim it, so it's just a great opportunity to be able to swim the 50 instead of like the 100 breaststroke.
And to be a senior and win an event here for your school, that's pretty special.
Yeah, it's awesome. They haven't won one of the events yet, so it's awesome bringing in a win for Mason Comets, being it my last year swimming.
Standing the first win for Mason tonight, hopefully not the last. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good job.
And that's Coach Meredith Griffin with our interviews tonight. Doing a great job as always. Meredith, how many years has this been for you of your interviews? So 4? This is her 4th year in this service. That's right. She didn't even move to Cincinnati. She just came in town to watch the event, and she got drafted into doing interviews. And they haven't been able to get rid of her. She's stuck. She took. Does a great job for us. Of course, this is Benson. You're a nice 22nd year doing this.
22nd year, and every year is exciting.
And this is no exception tonight.
No exception. These guys are doing a great job.
Right.
Always fun to see how we're setting up the state high school championships.
So girls, 200 free relay, lane 1, Tippecanoe, lane 2, Alter, lane 3, Wyoming, lane 4, Centerville, lane 5, Springboro, lane 6, Walnut Hills, lane 7, Lakota West, and lane 8, Seton.
And they're off. Lane 2 with a very good start. That's Alter. Kate Lair, the early lead. Alter still holding the lead, but here comes lane 5, Springboro. Lane 4, that's Centerville. And now Centerville has taken the lead. Springboro second. Walnut Hills third. Walnut Hills had a very good takeoff and took second off that breakout. Centerville still holding up. Now Wyoming charging in lane 3.
Mia Hagenauer, a freshman for Wyoming. And that at Walnut Hills with the quick start was Emma Reed.
Yes, and it was a very good start. Centerville still in command. Walnut Hills second. Third, Springboro. Wyoming in fourth. Looks like Centerville holding on. This consolation heat. Sabrina Chow. Nope.
Sabrina Chu.
Lane 3. We've got Pruitt Weather. And Centerville gets the victory. Very tight. Just holding off by 1/100 Springboro. 139.85 to 139.86. Walnut Hills gets third with a 140.36. So a very, very good race. And now to the championship final heat.
Swimming in lane 1, Oakwood. Lane 2, Marymount. Lane 3, Kings Mills. Lane 4, Mason. Lane 5, St. Ursula. Lane 6, Ursuline. Lane 7, Turpin. Lane 8, Beaver Creek.
For Kings, Leah Luckett. In lane 4, your number 1 seed comes in with a time of 137.87. Leading off for Mason Jr., Harna Minizawa. In lane 5, leading off for St. Ursula, Meredith Mullering. Lane 6, leading off for Ursuline Academy, Megan Glass. Lane 7, leading off for Turpin, Eva Watts. And in lane 8, leading off for Beaver Creek, sophomore Caitlin Bassett.
Record held by Ursuline Academy, 136.66. And they're off. Mason out with a very quick start. Very tight right there. Lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And Ursuline. Megan Glass out with a very quick 24.18, takes the early lead. Followed by Ursula, St. Ursula. Boy, it is head to head right there. Now lane 3, Kings Mill surges up and takes the lead. Kings, that was Corinne Barber who got them the lead there, and they're still holding it. And still Kings holding on. Now lane 5, Bella Matza. That's Hannah Foster from St. Ursula Academy is going to get the victory. St. Ursula wins 136.80, just off the record by 14/100ths. Kings Mills gets second with a 137.52. Mason, 137.85, finishes third. And to our final event of the day, the boys 200 free relay. Last year the record was set by St. Xavier, 122.42. Charles Leapson, Soblinski, Grant House, and Grunder. So that was a very good relay right there. Be a tough one to break.
So, swimming in lane 1, Lakota West. Lane 2, Walnut Hills. Lane 3, Marymount. Lane 4, Kings Mills. Lane 5, Talawanda. Lane 6, Vandalia Butler. Lane 7, Springboro. Lane 8, Princeton.
Sorry, said. Looks like the early lead goes to Kings Mill. Noah Young getting his team out in front. Very, very good first leg. He's just blowing it out right here. 21-3-4 for Noah Young, Jr. And he's got his fellas out in clear water. That's often a strategy. Put one of your top sprinters out there to get some clear water. Jacob Young, younger brother, I'm assuming, is holding on. And the young boys got him out there quick. 22-3 out of Jacob. Cameron Rutz right now holding on. And he's going to give way to Will Cook. And their relay is really cooking as we see that. There we go. 106.64, 23 flat. Kings. Now here comes lane 2.
Walnut Hills.
Aaron Shaquera. And lane 2, Dan Cashel had a great split to bring him right in there now. In comeback fashion, Walnut Hills gets second. And Kings holds on for the victory. 28-86. Walnut Hills second, 28-96, just missing. And Butler gets third with a 130.55. And now to the championship final heat. Our top seed this morning was Xavier at 128.10. We'll see how they attack this. Second seed was Mason.
All right, lane 1, Centerville. Lane 2, Beaver Creek. Lane 3, Sycamore. Lane 4, St. X. Lane 5, Mason. Lane 6, Milford. Lane 7, Moeller. Lane 8, 7 Hills.
Okay, and now we step to the block. Boys' final heat of the night. And they're off. Clean start. Quick lead by Xavier. Up in lane 7. Justin Davidson out of Moeller also had a great start. A little trouble off the turn. St. Xavier, Shepakaitis will be second. Early lead, Alex Wade. Now Shepakaitis is in the water. 21-28. First 25. First 50. Shepakaitis opening up a bigger lead. Strong start, 21-1 out of Shepakaitis. Nicholas Pereira. They have to have the last two legs go 19 to challenge the record. Good start there, 20.8. You have to have a 19.2 or 3 to get the record, so that's out in clear water. Nice job getting under the wave right there. And Justin's going to finish with a 22.89, just off the record. Great swim, though.
1964.
4/10.
The year I was born.
Yeah, 1964. That's a great
just
swim.
swam the year I was born.
He would have to go.
I don't think I've ever seen that before in a high school meet. The
well,
year I was born.
Not at this time of the year, anyway. It happens at.
No, I'm serious. I don't think I've ever seen a 1964 from a high school swimmer. I've seen 19s, don't get me wrong, but
Okay.
not 1964.
That's a great swim for right now. I mean, really good.
That's
He's
awesome.
pretty pumped up. You can tell he's fired up.
Kate Overby's a junior at Marymount. The second win for Marymount tonight. Kate won the 200 breaststroke. 200 breaststroke, not a normal event for high school. Talk about your win tonight and your goals going forward.
So tonight I was really just hoping to drop some time. This is a mid-season meet, so I wasn't expecting any best times, but I was hoping to drop from last year. And I was really just racing, trying to beat the competition around me. For the rest of the season, I'm really hoping to drop some time in the 100 and the 2 IM. I'm Division II state, so I'm really hoping to place top 3 or even win state in the 100, which would be really, really exciting. Our 200 medley relay is also hoping to win state, and I'm hoping to get top 8 in the 2 IM, which would be really exciting, yeah.
Lofty goals. This is a great start tonight to the second half of your high school season and a great team for Marymount again this year. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, it sounds like she's got a plan.
Yes, she does.
Very good. Congratulations.
Well, Benson, that calls it for day one.
That was a great first
we
night.
Saw some good swims tonight. A
Start
lot
off-
of new faces, a lot of new names in these events.
Yes. Start off with two really
Looks
good.
like we have another interview. All right, you have to come back tomorrow. We'll get him tomorrow.
Get it tomorrow.
All right. Okay, so we'll get that interview tomorrow. We promise you. And that concludes our coverage of day one of the Southwest Ohio High School Classic. For the entire Waycross team, I'm Mike Leonard along with Benson Sperling and Meredith Griffin. Good night from the Classic.
Good night.
Waycross coverage of the 2018 Southwest Ohio Swim Classic, made possible by the Cincinnati Auto Expo, swimmeet.com, Mason Swimming Boosters, and the Seven Hills School.